Until now, we have generally searched for signs of life beyond Earth on Mars. But what if what we are looking for is not there, but over here? It's a small celestial body with a diameter of only 500 kilometers. Its surface is covered in ice. Beneath it, there is a hidden ocean. It regularly ejects water vapor into space. Moreover, there are carbon-based molecules in this vapor. Could there be signs of life here? This is Enceladus. At first glance, you might have compared it to this. After all, Enceladus shines in the sky like a moon. In fact, this is a moon, but not ours. It's a moon of another planet. It is one of Saturn's known 145 moons. Its surface is largely covered in frozen water, that is, ice. It is considered one of the whitest and brightest objects in the solar system. It is even brighter than the moon. This is because its ice-covered surface reflects a very large percentage of the light coming from the sun. Enceladus had not attracted much attention. For many years, Saturn's larger moons, especially Titan, were receiving more interest. Until NASA's discovery in 2005. The Cassini spacecraft was launched in 1997 and reached Saturn exactly 7 years later, in 2004. Its purpose was to study Saturn, its rings and its moons. In 2005, Cassini discovered something at the south pole of Enceladus. Something that has the potential to harbor life. There was a hidden ocean beneath the surface of the moon. A water ocean. But that's not the most interesting part. This moon ejects water vapor and ice crystals into space from the cracks on its surface. This is what makes Enceladus special. Scientists have noticed this. So how does this water vapor spread into space? There must be a force that does this. The reason is tidal forces and geothermal heating, because Enceladus's orbit around Saturn is elliptical. The distance of the moon from Saturn is constantly changing. This situation creates compression and relaxation in Enceladus's core and internal structure due to tidal forces. Tides cause friction in the internal structure, generating heat. Because of this heating, water remains in a liquid state beneath the surface. There are long and wide cracks on the surface of Enceladus in the southern polar region due to tectonic movements. These are called tiger stripes. These cracks move frequently due to tidal forces. Liquid water beneath the surface rises up to these cracks. Due to the pressure that accumulates along the cracks, water is ejected. This pressure is so high that water is expelled at a speed of about 1500 km per hour. You can compare this to the gases ejected during volcanic activities on Earth. Enceladus is a very cold moon. The surface temperature is about -200 degrees. Some of the water pushed towards the surface quickly evaporates upon encountering this cold environment. Some of it also freezes to ice crystals. Because Enceladus has very weak gravity, some of the ejected water vapor and particles do not return to the surface. Instead, they escape into space. These constitute the main source of the E-ring, which is one of Saturn's rings. This ring is a very thin and almost invisible structure. During the Cassini spacecraft mission, it was determined that this ring is composed of very small particles, such as ice particles and microscopic water droplets. Cassini did not stop there. It collected samples from the water vapors scattered into space. During its mission, it made many close passes by Enceladus. First, in 2005, it detected the presence of water vapor and ice particles in a region near the South Pole. After 2008, it obtained many samples. Scientists identified the presence of fundamental building blocks of life in these samples. There are 6 essential elements for the formation of life: carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen, sulfur, and phosphorus. In analyses conducted in 2005, carbon-based organic molecules such as methane and carbon dioxide were discovered on Enceladus. This means that carbon, essential for life, was found. In addition, sulfur and nitrogen were also detected. So now we have 3 out of 6 elements. In 2011, oxygen atoms were found in the water vapor ejected from Enceladus, this time in association with water molecules. Thus, the 4th element was also completed. In 2017, Cassini hit its final flight called the Grand Finale. And once again, it collected samples from Enceladus. Guess what was found this time? Hydrogen. So, 5 out of 6 elements are complete. Hydrogen is one of the most important clues that there is a habitable environment on Enceladus, because this element is used as an energy source by some microorganisms on Earth. This gives us another clue. There may be hydrothermal vents on the ocean floor of Enceladus. These also exist on the deep sea floors of Earth. Ocean water seeps through cracks in the seafloor into the deep layers underground. As water comes into contact with the hot rocks beneath the Earth's crust, it begins to heat up. Hot water becomes rich in minerals as it passes through the underground rocks. Then it bursts out from the hydrothermal vents. This is because the detected hydrogen is thought to be formed as a result of certain chemical reactions. This is possible with hydrothermal vents. On September 15, 2017, Cassini made a planned dive into Saturn's atmosphere and ended its mission by disintegrating in the atmosphere. But of course, the analyses and examinations have not ended. The massive data archive collected by Cassini over 13 years still serves as a great resource for scientific studies. For example, more detailed results from the data emerged in 2019. And this time, complex organic molecules were found in the samples. The initial discoveries in 2005 revealed the presence of carbon. In 2019, long-chain carbon-based molecules were found. These are more complex in structure and are formed by the bonding of many carbon atoms. Such molecules may indicate biological processes, such as hydrocarbon chains or amino acids. We have 5 of the 6 elements that support life. Now, there is only one question in the scientists' minds. Could phosphorus be among these samples? So, why is phosphorus so important? Because it is an essential element for life on Earth. Phosphorus is found in the structure of genetic materials like DNA and RNA. It plays a very important role in cell reproduction and the transfer of genetic information. Additionally, phosphorus is necessary for energy production in cells. The question that scientists asked found its answer last year, in 2023. Phosphate was detected in the samples from Cassini. So, what is in the composition of phosphate? Phosphorus. Thus, the 6th element has also been completed. Now, only the most important question remains. Could there be life, even on a micro level, on Enceladus? Astronomers look for 3 important elements when searching for signs of life on a planet or moon: water, energy, and organic matter. There is water on Enceladus. I mentioned the underground ocean to you. There are also energy sources like geothermal heating and hydrogen. Carbon-based organic molecules, that is, organic matter, have also been found. The only question that remains is whether there is a living organism. Deeper investigations will be conducted on Enceladus in the future. In this regard, NASA has already begun preparations for possible missions. The Orbilander spacecraft is designed as a probe that can both orbit Enceladus and land on its surface. Of course, for now, it is just a design, meaning it is in the early concept stage. If the project is approved, the mission is expected to take place towards the end of 2030, so we have quite a while ahead. But considering the current findings on Enceladus, it is worth the wait. In the past, we looked at the surface of this moon. Now it's time to look deeper. It's time to look into the ocean beneath the surface.